Hello, I'm Kevin Hayes, the Story Man. Welcome to the Nightly Bedtime Story Podcast, where you can hear a bedtime story every night. Don't forget to push on the follow button so you can keep up with the podcast. And don't forget to tell your family and friends about the podcast. Everybody likes a bedtime story. If you would like to contact me, you can do so by email by visiting the webpage, thenightlyBedtimeStory.com. And just scroll down to the end of the page, and you'll find the contact form that you can fill out and send me a message. Tell me how you like the show, or what stories you might want to hear. I'd love to hear from you. Children, make sure you have your parents' permission first, of course. Now, tonight's bedtime story is Why the Bear's Tail is Short. I hope you like it. Why the Bear's Tail is Short. Did you ever go to a circus or a zoo or watch a show and see a bear? Did you notice how short his tail was? Well, some say that it wasn't always that way. Some say that the bear used to have a long tail. Well, I will tell you how they say the bear's tail came to be so short. One very cold day in winter, a fox saw some men taking home a load of fish. The fox jumped upon the wagon while the men were not looking. He threw off some of the best fish until he had enough for his dinner. Then Mr. Fox jumped from the wagon and began to eat the fish. While he was eating the fish, Mr. Bear came along. "Good morning," said Mr. Bear. "You have had good luck fishing today. Those are very fine fish. How did you catch them?" "They are fine fish," said Mr. Fox. "If you will go fishing with me tonight, I will show you how to catch even better fish than these." "I will go with you gladly," said the bear. "I will bring my hook and line, too." "You don't need a hook and line," said the fox. "I always catch fish with my tail. You have a much longer tail than I, and can fish so much the better." At sunset, the bear met the fox. They went across the frozen river until they came to a small hole in the ice. "Now, Mr. Bear," said the fox, "sit down here on the ice and put your tail through the hole. You must keep still for a long while. That is the best way to catch fish. Wait until a great many fish take hold of your tail. Then pull with all your might." The bear sat very still for a long time. At last he began to feel cold, and he moved a little. "Ow!" he cried, for his tail had begun to freeze in the ice. "Is it not time to pull out the fish?" said the bear. "No, no," cried the fox. "Wait until more fish have taken a hold of your tail. You are very strong. You can wait a little longer." So the poor bear waited until it was almost morning. Just then some dogs began to bark on the bank of the river. The bear was so afraid that he jumped up quickly and pulled with all his might, but his tail was frozen fast in the ice. He pulled and pulled until at length the tail was broken off short. Mr. Fox ran away laughing and laughing at the trick he had played upon Mr. Bear. Bears' tails have been short ever since. The end. I hope you liked tonight's bedtime story, Why the Bear's Tail is Short. Do you believe that story? That bears' tails really used to be long? You know, that might be what's known as a tall tale, a story that maybe isn't quite all the way true. But that's for you to decide. I'm Kevin Hayes, the Story Man. I'll be back tomorrow night on the Nightly Bedtime Story Podcast to tell you another bedtime story. But for tonight, good night.